X018 Video Game Podcast.
Welcome to the Level 857 Video Game Podcast, the highest level for raw, unfiltered gaming commentary. And the only place in the universe where you can find hosts like us, Turbo 857,
Algae 857,
23rd Stallion.
Big Choco, what up?
and we're all here except for Sticks. But he's with us in spirit, and he'll be back on again later. Don't worry about it.
Yes,
Now
right.
we replaced him
yeah.
with this bottle of beer.
That's all it took?
That's all it took.
If you're watching this live, happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there.
Yes,
Yeah.
happy Thanksgiving to
And
all.
Absolutely.
as usual, we're going to start off by going around and talking about what we've been playing lately. So we usually start this side, so let's start
Starting with me.
That's right.
Right now I've been still playing Zelda Breath of the Wild. I've probably played for maybe, I wouldn't say 20 hours yet, but getting close to that. Right.
Nervous?
20 hours.
I'm just building up Link and going to different shrines and just not trying to embarrass myself because you go the wrong way in that game and you can die. But it's really, really incredible. I haven't played a Zelda game in a long time, but very, very good game. And I've also been playing, what's that game that we just started?
Hyperlight Drifter.
Yes, that game. Yeah, we just got to the first boss in that, and that's a tough game. And that boss got me very angry. I'm still very angry about losing to him.
That's a shooter?
What the heck? What is it? It's like a...
It's like an action. It's like a Zelda kind of mixed with a little bit of. Feels like Wizards of Legend a little
Like
bit.
a Wizards of Legend mixed with A Link to the Past.
Yes, yes.
That's what
Because
it's
the
like.
dash move is very Wizard of
Yeah.
Legend, but then it reminds me of Willow. Reminds me of Link to the Past. You remember Willow?
Yeah.
Nintendo?
Yeah.
It reminds me
That
of that a little
style.
bit.
Yeah,
You know.
that's a frustrating game. And we're also very close to beating Wizards of Legends 2 players and 20XX 2 players. Very close.
We got to the end of both.
Yep.
We're at the end of both of them. It's gonna happen.
But yeah, that's all I'm playing right now.
All right. I actually haven't been playing anything.
Really?
I haven't had time.
He's a
Oh, you've been too busy.
Usually,
busy.
I stream. What was it? The last thing I streamed was
Gungeon.
Oh no, you're going wild. that
Gungeon,
week.
yeah, and
No,
then snipper clips, and then but that was a while back.
Cannoli.
Actually, yeah, that probably was the last thing I played.
Cannoli and Snipper.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But that was a while ago, man.
Algae be in the lab, though.
Yeah.
Cooking up greatness.
Putting in that work.
Yeah, man.
Putting in that work. That's how we make it happen here at Level 857.
Word.
All right.
I've been ticking away at Octopath Traveler. I beat the game with one character so far. I beat it with one character, and that last boss for his was crazy.
How many hours?
I'm on 85.
Jesus.
85.
Wow. Lot of mercy.
I'm also playing the Messenger still playing the Messenger. I got past, I'm way past the point where it switched to 16-bit graphics.
Okay.
You know, and then I got past the point where it's like it's not linear anymore. It plays more like a Metroidvania.
Jesus.
You know, so I'm like, hold up. The game changed the graphics, and now it goes back in time between 8-bit and 16-bit, and it's no longer linear. It's actually switched. It's an exploration game now. So I'm like, this game's ambitious, and the writing is hilarious though. The writing in the game is funny.
What about the Bloodstained prequel, the 8-bit
That's
one?
done. I beat it.
Oh, you beat it?
Yeah, 8 stages. I beat that. Yeah.
8 stages.
Yep.
Good.
8 stages.
Good.
Good game. Yeah. Very, very good game, and I see why it's a prequel, and I see how it leads into the game. So it makes me anticipate Bloodstained Ritual of the whatever.
Whenever that comes out.
Whenever it comes
Whenever.
out. It's gonna be good.
2 years from now. Let me
They
see.
can take their time because I'm backlog.
And Kevin has forgotten to mention that he finished the tutorial of Dragon Ball Fighters.
That's like
Oh, shit.
That's
You
an
did.
accomplishment.
Next time I take on Big Shock, he's going down.
No.
You're going down
No.
finally. I don't know, man.
No, you're lying to the crowd. You're
I
lying
play
to
the game
everyone.
on hardest. I play it on hardest.
Nobody
now,
cares.
Man. I play the game on hardest.
What about you, Chuck? What have you been playing?
I have been playing Spider-Man on Ultimate Difficulty, and I just started the DLC that came out on Tuesday.
Rich, what is it? The Turf Wars? Or
Turf
something?
Wars, yeah,
How is that,
Hammerhead.
okay?
The opening scene is rough.
Really?
Yeah, they got you jump in and you're fighting.
Spoiler alert. Let me stop.
No, I'm just
Stop.
telling you what. I'm not going to tell
I'm
you what
joking,
happens.
I'm joking.
But like you jump in, like it starts off like high octane. You're in the middle of a gang war, gunshots from both sides, and it's just like All right, you got to dodge everybody and beat them up.
That's crazy.
Sounds simple to me.
Yeah.
I still gotta fucking play that game.
I
It's
can't
like my
wait.
life is being
Then-
stolen.
And Assassin's Creed Odyssey is amazing.
Bananas.
I like how
Yeah.
you switch between all the games and you're able to just do that.
I'm trying.
I have
And
a
he
hun-
beats him before you play one. So it's just insane.
Wow.
He beat Origins a long time ago.
Octopath Traveler is 85 hours, man. That's a lot of lifetime.
And you still have not even touched Valkyria Chronicles 4, have you?
Actually, I started that.
You started it.
Yeah, I started
wanna
going
go
back into that. I need something to play. I can't just play Octopath. I need another role-playing game to go
How
back
about
and play.
Uncharted 4?
Jesus.
game
How
is-
did I beat the entire thing before you and you started before me by like years?
It's like a, what is it, a 10-hour game?
It's so
If that,
short.
if that,
You know what it is, though?
that's if you do, that's if you're like really taking
It's
your time.
so
It's
short.
the fact that it's on the PS4. I gotta sit down in front of a TV and play a game.
That's what I do.
I find time. You gotta find time to do that. And it's like the Switch. I bring it with me on the train. I get a lot of hours on the train. I bring it, put on the TV, 2 seconds. It's like it's more
Alright.
practical.
Oh boy.
I'll get back
Excuses,
in.
excuses.
And I
excuses.
got Fist of North Star, Lost Paradise, still playing that.
Are you still gonna make that excuse when I whoop your ass in Dragon Ball Fighters?
We can play.
Because we need to live stream
We
that.
can play right now during the podcast.
Oh
No,
no,
you don't want
that's
that.
not-
You
that's
don't
not-
want
nobody
that.
wants to see that.
No one wants
No
to
one
see that
wants
right
it.
now.
No one
No
Well, it's only
one
gonna take
wants
5
to see
seconds
that.
anyway. but-
Yeah, seriously.
Stay tuned for verses. Chalk his ass with.
That's
Nope.
right. That's right. Anyway, let's move along to the news.
The
at hand.
news. The news.
All right, here's a new segment here. We don't have any. We don't have any music or anything to get into this, but yeah, there you go.
Wait, drum roll.
So, first thing in the
Sorry.
news here, we got Final Fantasy 15
Right.
is they canceled
75% of the DLC.
75% of their DLC got axed, got canceled.
You know what?
And also on top of that, the lead director, who actually just took the role of lead director, just left. He stepped down. He just left. The
Yeah,
company.
that's probably why they.
And
do-
nobody knows why. They're just like, what the? Okay,
No, they
All
were
right.
having
Nice knowing you.
what's going
Square
on?
has been losing some money, man.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but they
Well,
haven't
Square
been,
Enix.
Yeah, Square Enix.
Yeah.
There are forecasts that came up short for how much money they were supposed to be making. It's like Octopath did good,
Mhm.
Final Fantasy 15 did good, but
Right.
other projects.
Everything else stinks.
Yeah, it's like hasn't been.
What do you
doing as
think?
well.
You think it's like a like bad management, like bad, you know what I mean? Like what they're doing with their money, like marketing, like they're putting it in the wrong areas. Because these games, I mean, like you said, they sold good. They
Yeah.
did good.
Octopath sold good.
Octopath
Final
sold good.
Fantasy did, but
Yeah.
they have like World of Final Fantasy. I think they have some mobile games too.
They have
do that
mobile
well.
games though, but those those freaking print money, man. I don't know how they're losing. I don't know how they're. It has to be bad
'Cause they're
management.
probably whoring themselves out too much when it comes to like mobile games. They're putting out like those Final Fantasy mobile games or whatever. No one wants
When
to
they
see
should
it on
focus on the Final
Yeah.
Fantasy VII remake.
I
Final
guess.
Yeah.
Fantasy VII remake is progressing. They said fine. You
mobile. Watch
know,
them.
but
Watch it not come out. Watch it not come out.
Well, they got to do
Not till
something. 'cause
PS5. Not till PS5.
They have to do something because when somebody,
Watch.
when the lead director fucking steps
Quits.
down,
There's something going on, man.
there's something definitely
something
going
going
on. Is it a Konami incident where, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying, like where they're mistreating employees or just, you know what I mean, like just firing, you know what I mean, like
Konami's like a sweatshop.
yeah, man. Oh yeah.
It's like
You're gonna
stay
work.
here.
You're gonna finish this game. I'm gonna kidnap your family.
We only come out with one game a year. Finish it.
Yeah, right.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
One AAA
Yup.
game.
Yup.
all
It's Yu-Gi-Oh.
All mobile.
It is Yu-Gi-Oh. Every time.
No, but I hope they get their act together. Whatever goes on.
I hope so too, man. Anyway, you guys let us know what you think in the comments. You know what you think about Final Fantasy 15 and Square Enix. But
Yu-Gi-Oh is going to be in the next Metal Gear.
oh, what if they did a mashup like that?
I
like
would
a
just, I would,
I would puke.
man, I
That'd
can't
be
even.
I would vomit.
Don't even.
That'd
I
be
would
hilarious.
vomit.
The anger that would come
like
from
what
me.
kind of game would it be?
Slash
I'm not
Contra.
even thinking about that. I don't want to think about it.
Nah,
Anyway,
forget
Yeah,
about that.
don't.
Happy
But,
thoughts, happy thoughts.
next on the news we got Prima is gone, which is a company that makes
Magazines.
they're a company that makes strategy guides.
Yeah.
They're a long time running strategy guide company, and
I remember
they're,
them,
they're
yeah.
closing.
Oh,
That sucks. The last.
But I mean, it's part of the times. Like nobody really. Oh,
yep, microphone fell.
my microphone just fell.
it's so powerful.
Oh,
it
okay.
still caught its sound even
There we
all
go.
the way down.
Yeah, you heard like the metallic sound on the zipper
Yeah.
when it's like.
Yeah. Sorry about that. If
It sound
I
like
destroyed your ears out there.
It sounded like you got snuffed while he was talking.
There we go.
No, but the last magazine for Prima we got was Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. That and you need that because it doesn't tell you where all the items are. You have to mark it. You have to take a pencil and mark that. That was the last Prima guide that I bought.
I've never bought a strategy guide for any game I've ever owned.
It's because of the internet, man. It's why people all newspapers.
Nowadays it's the internet, but back in the days,
not even back in the days.
No,
I never bought a strategy guide.
How did you get your information then?
Just play the game.
Most of the games I just played, but there was one game that I looked up that I had to look up, like Dragon Force 2.
How did you look it up?
It was only in Japanese. No, I use the internet for that.
Oh, okay.
Dragon Force 2, I use the internet.
Okay.
Even in English, you have to look up Dragon Force.
I didn't have it, dude. I had it in Japanese. It was in straight Japanese.
I told you.
That's how committed I was to that game.
I told you I got that game translated in English, right?
Wow.
I was
yeah,
a part
you told
of that
me.
team.
You told me.
And you didn't play it, did you? Did you play the what's called?
When did it come out, dude? My Saturn doesn't even work.
Doesn't matter, man. It's in English.
I played that on the computer.
Yeah, there's emulators.
My laptop don't work.
Eric played
Yo, get your shit together, dude.
Yeah,
First, your phone. Your phone is like, his phone's like what? 12 gigs? 16 gigs?
16
gigs?
16 gigs.
What's going on, man?
Eric, what was the character? Alvin, the character for your
From Highland.
Yeah,
that's
the
Alvin.
Highlander.
That's me.
And you played it, right? It was a good translation.
I played it once. I wanted to play it again. It was awesome. Awesome. It took everything from part 1 and enhanced it times 10. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And I even caught some of your bullshit dialogue in there. I mean, no, for the most part, the dialogue was nice. It was good. But then you caught a Kev line in there.
Uh-oh.
And it's just like, it was something like, I'll whoop your ass right now. I'm like, damn it. That's so B-movie, dude. That's some B-movie
definitely
crap.
Kev. That's definitely Kev.
Default.
Yeah, default B-movie. I'll whoop your ass right now.
I'll rip your ass right now.
How about I beat your ass? Or some shit like that. Something
No
like that.
personality.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
He was reading from cue cards.
I did great script editing.
How about I beat your ass?
And action started, never made it. Yeah, it's like but it's amazing. Dragon Force 2. Oh my god.
Awesome game.
Yeah, that's.
What do you think of strategy guides though? Like going out of business.
It's sad. It's
To get you back on topic.
Well, yeah. I mean, no, it's a good game and all. I agree with you.
Because Al likes to steer the ship. And he's keeping us on track.
I'm sitting in the seat, man.
He's sitting in the middle. He's the moderator.
I'm filling the shoes.
Okay.
He's got to do it.
Tell him Prima can't go online. What's up with them?
To answer his question, it's very sad that strategy guides are going away. I used to love the artwork from the strategy guides.
Yeah, because they had some of
the drawings of the characters and stuff.
That exclusive artwork that wasn't even in the game.
For a lot of people who don't know this, I draw my own comic on the side. But so I use for inspiration sometimes, especially for Fire Emblem. They come out with strategy guides and stuff like that. Their characters, the artists, don't know his name. I feel bad, but I love the art. I always look up the art or what strategy guides they got. Sometimes they come out with an art book depending on the game. But like the strategy guides has dope art, and that kind of just takes it away. Like, I gotta go online now.
Yeah,
it makes it more robotic.
Art books are expensive too, man. If you ever try to look, like you find an artist that you really like, or a topic or whatever, they're like it's more accessible to get a strategy guide for the artwork than it is an art book, and it's really, really expensive.
Yeah.
I remember I found an art book of the Ghost in the Shell art book. The thing was like $50.
No, they're at least
wait,
50 or higher.
Hold up. I bought a Street Fighter artwork book. Ooh. It was like $75.
Those are pricey.
It's expensive.
But the art was so dope.
No,
I was like, it was by that company Udon.
Right.
Yo, artwork is crazy.
No, actually, Kev brought up a good point though. He said, why don't they just go online? And I agree, man. I think, like,
Look,
I don't know.
I stopped reading the newspaper a long time ago. I watch my news online. I read articles online. It's just more accessible. You know, it's like whether I'm on my phone or at my computer, it's like you do it that way. No one picks up. It's like they don't pick up papers like they used to.
And it doesn't leave an ecological footprint.
Even ebooks,
when you have
well, comic books are still. I mean, they still
you
sell.
Don't even,
they still sell pretty well.
I read comics on the tablets.
A lot of people do, but a lot of people still collect comics.
Are they a minority or a majority?
I
think it's still more paperback.
Yeah,
it's still more paperback.
I think it's not by much, but I think it's like
digital still creeping, but I mean it's still more paperback.
Yeah,
I feel like when we went to Comic-Con, I still saw a ton of paperback.
Right,
a ton of paperback.
Because some people like to enjoy the medium physically, like they can
just
turn the pages.
turning it.
You know,
rather than going like this.
Yeah, that's
Right.
why I'm
You
not.
can
I've
turn
never
it with
been-
your finger.
Yeah,
It gives
Nah,
you that
I-
turn page feel.
and then your
Nah.
battery runs out, and you're like, oh shit.
Exactly. Oh shit! I forgot to charge it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
if I had to sit here on my 16 gig phone and try and read an ebook, first of all,
no, get a
I'd only
tablet.
get like the first 50
Get a
pages.
tablet, motherfucker.
Tablet for reading.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's like this.
No, but people read. I know people that read on their phone too,
I
like
read on my
comics and
phone. Yeah,
stuff.
I'll read articles on the train, but it's just
Yeah.
like. But when I'm sitting down, like at my leisure, I'll
Right.
read. I'll take a tablet out and I'll start reading the comics sometimes.
No, that's. I mean, they should look into that, man. It's sad that they have to close.
It's sad, but I understand it.
Yeah,
I do
it makes
understand
sense.
it, yeah.
It's with the times.
It's almost outdated.
Yeah. Evolution.
I understand. Yeah, that's exactly
Evolution.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
But
I just miss
it's-
the artwork.
You know what's funny? I remember when we just had an episode that just came up, the retro video game store.
Hey.
What's up?
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out to Video Game Trading Post.
Yes. I gotta go back there. Pick up
When
the
I
Game
saw
Boy
the
SP.
when I saw the magazines there, the game magazines, I was like, wow, man, that thing brought me back. And they had a few strategy guys there, and I was like, damn.
I miss Game Fan.
Yes.
Game Fan was my favorite magazine. 'cause
Game Fan, Game Informer.
Yeah, Game
Right.
Fan because it was a thick
Game
book.
Fan was good.
And it
Right.
started off with the ratings of the new games.
I like Game
Yeah, I
Fan.
love that.
Game Fan. I remember.
I
I have
love
fond
Game
memories of
Fan.
Game Fan.
I like the fan art in the back of the.
Yeah.
I remember used to
Yes.
see that.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, but nowadays it's a
Times change.
it's
man.
a different time now.
Yeah.
But moving on, next bit of news we got the PlayStation 5. There's a patent actually. Sony just came out with a patent for a controller with a screen, a touch screen.
All right.
That's pretty much it. That's the only thing.
I read about that.
So there's a lot of speculation about are they designing or working on something like to compete with the Switch, or there's a lot of stupid
There's a lot of
rumors
things out there.
that are coming out there. We don't know.
Right.
We really don't know. I'm not going to jump to conclusions. It's a freaking patent. Companies do patents on a bunch of stuff. You don't know what they're going to, they can make a patent and then the system comes out and it's nothing like what they have a patent for.
That's true.
But a lot of companies buy patents. It's just, I don't think it's real big news, but
Screen and the
What do you guys
controller. I think they're gonna call the system PS5U.
oh boy.
That's what I think they're gonna call it because
I
they're
knew it.
taking the Wii U's idea. They're
So,
gonna put-
anyways, on
I knew it.
to the
I
next
knew
bit
it.
of news.
I know.
I have a thing when it comes to companies like biting off of other companies.
Yeah.
I think what makes a company successful is you kind of like just go off of you come out with an original idea with a little bit of something else from someone else. You don't have to like if someone comes out with another Switch, it's gonna fail.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. You try to do what
Yeah.
Switch is doing, you're
You're
gonna
gonna
fail. Do something else. Do something what you're good at. Do something that is just not like anybody else.
Maybe they're tapping into what Dreamcast did with the VMU.
Maybe.
You know what though? It's like to go
Yeah.
back what you were saying.
Yeah,
Like if you
interesting.
go against the Switch or you try to copy another company. Not too long ago, there was a it's a Chinese company.
It's a phone,
Pronounce-
right?
I
Talking
can't
about
pronounce the
phone?
name. Huawei or some shit like that. I think it's called.
Something like that.
They came out with the tablet, and they purposely advertised this as the Switch killer. Like it's supposed,
Wow.
and the specs are insane,
Right.
insanely but it was weird, man. Like you
Phone.
look at it and it was like. It was only one analog.
It's a phone.
It was-
It's
and then
supposed
the
to
other,
be one of the most powerful smartphones in the world,
right,
and it's
but-
it's going to be a gaming phone.
but
going
they
after the
advertised
Switch.
it like it was gonna directly compete with the Switch. Like
Right.
Stop it.
I was just like, no. Whenever
Stop
you
it.
do stuff like that, it never goes well.
What was the
lying to
name?
the
Hold on.
people.
What was the name of the phone though? The phone was named what? How? Why?
That's the name of the company.
That's
I don't
exactly-
remember.
Oh wait! Bad joke
That's
coming.
exactly-
Bad joke
Well,
coming.
so anyway-
Bad joke coming.
man.
Cut him up.
Bad joke alert.
no,
Bad
no,
joke
no.
alert.
No,
Bad
bad
joke
joke
alert.
alert.
Bad
Bad
joke
joke. I had
alert.
to cut him off.
Speaking of phones, though,
Kill that.
it's like when a company blatantly rips off another product, it's never good. But when they actually copy it, but they improve certain aspects, like
I like
the
that.
iPhone came out, right?
Yeah.
Then Android phone came out, and they kind of improved other features that the iPhone didn't have, and that was kind of like the balance of it, and it became one of the most successful, smartphones in the world. And still today,
Everyone takes little
You know.
little bits.
If
you-
You know,
yeah.
Even in video games, they take
Right.
little bits from
Right.
how many people have bought off the Batman fighting system.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
you know what's funny?
That's
That
fine.
Yeah.
But just don't
Make it just like
don't
Right.
Batman.
don't have fucking
Right.
like if you do a Ninja Turtles game and you have like you're biting the Batman fighting system. Don't have the Ninja Turtles find a way to glide off of buildings. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't take the whole don't take the whole dynamic from it. You know.
I mean,
if Donatello invented a jetpack.
Stop it, please. Stop it.
And like Shadow of Mordor, remember they
exactly.
stole the. I mean, they took a lot of mechanics from a lot of games.
But the thing is,
but they did it well, and it was like, and it made its own thing.
But it doesn't feel like Batman when you're fighting.
No,
it doesn't. Even though it's the same kind of. It does not feel like Batman.
No, it doesn't.
Just take a little bit.
It felt like its own thing, and it was cool.
I mean, if it was up to me, I think every beat 'em up should steal from Batman's fighting system. I really would not care.
It's
fucking
beautiful.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I mean, that's a great system.
Listen.
I would not. I don't care. Like, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect for beat 'em ups.
Yeah, man.
Who owns X-Men right now?
For
Just
games?
a quick, yeah, for games.
I think Capcom might be getting it back.
Activision had it for a while. But
All right, so Capcom,
remember-
take some notes. Wolverine game, Batman Arkham style, fighting mechanics,
Or an X-Men game.
or an X-Men game. I'll be happy.
I'll take an X-Men fighting game.
Oh,
I don't know, man.
you know what? A Gambit game. Gambit. He doesn't get much love.
Just
man.
make it X-Men
They were supposed to
Legends
get-
3.
They were supposed
Make
to get a
it X-Men
movie.
Legends 3. That combat system was awesome. You don't need to take Batman. You can just leave it with the way
Oh,
they
for
have
that?
it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's a Baldur's Gate
yeah,
style.
yeah.
I mean, you
If
can't.
you do a one-player game, you could take from Batman. But it's like two-player game, it's going to be tough. 'cause
But
you
that.
got-
Sorry to cut you off, but for that new Avengers game that they keep rumoring for the past 2 years, and
from Square
I
Enix.
think so. Yeah, that there's no footage of it. Just that trailer of like a broken shield of Captain America.
The broken
and stuff.
hammer.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so let's do that.
Show
fighting
me
system.
something.
Yeah, show me. Come on now. I mean, I've been thirsty
Stop
for some.
teasing.
Nah, man,
some Marvel.
It's tough to top Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's like they tried the freaking Diablo guys.
I was going to say
do
Diablo.
that. No, Diablo is awesome, but they took Marvel's license, and it wasn't as good as those games people were saying.
Oh, they took a shit on it, right? I remember that.
What'd they
Characters
do?
were smaller.
And it's like the
For
thing
which
is,
game?
it was called Marvel Heroes.
was
Okay.
it an MMO, like a mass multiplayer?
I think
online?
so.
Yeah.
But it's like you can have a team of 4. You can take a team of 4.
No, it didn't look good.
But it just wasn't
I
like
saw it,
Ultimate
and I'll tell you
Alliance.
why it sucked, because you have Spider-Man in the game, right? When you have Spider-Man in the game like that, you have to do him the right way because he has to swing. He has to swing, and it just didn't translate well to a Diablo type of, thing.
Well, certain characters don't. Like,
it won't translate
certain
well to
characters
that.
don't. Like Punisher would be translated perfectly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fine.
guns,
and
bang,
everything.
bang, bang.
Right.
That's fine.
But
But you get someone
Spider-Man-
Spider-Man needs buildings and
Right.
stuff like that. Just
Doesn't make sense.
Well, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, he didn't have buildings, but he was able to.
He
he had more
Weapon
moves
Swing.
to do though.
Yeah, with the
Right.
He had more moves
Yeah.
to do, and the Diablo thing, it was like maybe like Cyclops, obviously easy, shoot,
Right,
shoot,
right.
shoot.
Yeah.
But Spider-Man needs to do more. He needs
Right.
more moves and all kinds of shit. But
Yeah.
they failed, and rightfully so.
So next, moving along, we have Sony is not going to be in next year's E3. They
Thank
made an announcement that they're going to.
Whoa! Someone feels
Wow.
a special way about that.
Jesus.
It's a thank
The
God.
guy who owns it
Yeah, you
freaking
just
just
bought
bought
it.
a
You just
PS4.
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't hate PS4, but I think what they're doing is going to be so smart.
Well, this is the
Yeah.
reason. Here's why a lot of people are saying that is because
It's gonna be
they're going to come out with a
brilliant.
PS5 announcement. Is
And it's-
rumored to come out.
And it's going to blow your mind.
So they want to have their own controlled media
Yeah.
thing, like event.
When is that
Yeah.
supposed to come out?
Well, it's funny because in
2020?
the article I read, they said it's going to be announced in 2019, but they said for 2020
2020 will be
might is rumored to be the
I
announcement.
heard the earliest is going to come out is 21.
what?
Yeah.
So the earliest.
Well, these are all rumors
These are all
because
rumors.
these
We
are
don't
all
know.
rumors.
We don't know.
We don't know the truth, but we do know that in February the announcement for the PS4. That's when it happened. So the what was it? That's when they're looking to have that event for Sony.
Wow.
So who knows?
Yeah.
Could it be?
I think it's a good thing.
No, I think it's positive.
Because I'm biased because I'm an Xbox dude. Always have been.
Why?
Shut up, man. Shut your damn face. Anyways, this way at E3, Xbox can get a little bit more shine because it needs it
Yeah.
desperately.
That I could agree with.
Well,
Desperately.
They
Nintendo-
need a whole.
well, here's the thing. It's only gonna be
Desperately.
Microsoft
and Nintendo.
and Nintendo. Well, no, Nintendo will be there, but Nintendo has their own thing. They have their direct that they've been doing,
yeah.
and now Sony's gonna probably follow in their footsteps and do the same thing, which I think is a better model than having a big expo and having all these other companies come together, you know. But
but it kind of ruins it for the fans that go to the E3 Expo.
well, no, how easy is it to get into the freaking E3? First of all,
I have no idea. I've never
Exactly.
been.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe this will open doors for the public. For
Can we get a press pass?
Yeah,
E3,
right?
can we get a press pass?
Yeah, let us in there.
Press.
Maybe it'll open
We'll
doors.
press.
Yo,
Maybe
holla
it'll
at
open
us.
doors. But yeah, no, to agree with you though, I think it's a good thing. And
Yeah.
it can only be positive news.
I want a beer.
But
And that PS5 is gonna blow everyone's mind.
without a doubt, man.
Absolutely.
Now going on, you were talking about you're an Xbox person, so this next bit of news is actually right up your alley because Xbox is going to have their Xbox One S.
Right.
I know it's so confusing. Not the Xbox One X.
They have a 1S.
Why they choose
The Xbox One S.
Yeah.
They're making, or they're gonna make a design without an optical. Oh God, gosh darn it, without an optical drive.
He said, "Gosh darn it."
Gosh darn it.
But yeah,
My ears.
So they're gonna make one without a disk drive.
They're gonna make one without a disk drive, and the internet's going crazy right now because they're like, oh my goodness, no optical drives, there's no disks, no physical media. How are we gonna? But you know what?
Buy the one.
It's first of all, like everybody, calm down. It's only the Xbox One S, the slim model, the small. It's only one. The Xbox One, the most powerful one, the X, is still gonna have an optical drive. So you're still gonna be able to play your discs.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a bad thing
Well,
because a lot of people stream their media, a lot of their online service, the Game Pass.
Game Pass, yeah.
You can download your games.
Yeah.
The only thing that's unknown is how big the hard drive is. They haven't announced that.
It better
If
be a terabyte.
if that shit is like
It better-
500
it has to
gigs,
be.
it's nothing.
Yeah,
It's like,
500 gigs is
what are
nothing.
you?
You install like 3-4 games, you're done.
Well, that's all they have, so it's fine.
It's like,
All right, I'm sorry. 7 games. I'm sorry.
Y'all see what I got to put up with?
It's smart thinking. They don't have much.
You guys see this nonsense?
They don't have much for the system.
You guys see this?
So you might as well
This is
just
what
be
I
able
gotta
to fit
put up
4 to
with.
5 games.
all right, but check it out though. I have a question. Now the Xbox One S, if it goes all digital, are they phasing out the one that has the optical disc drive?
That remains to be seen.
It's like if they make them both, I
It's a
don't see why
test.
people going crazy.
It's a test.
yeah.
Even if they phase it out,
Well,
it doesn't matter. They still have the Xbox One X.
Well,
it's
but
like,
the One X is way more expensive.
too bad. If you
Well,
want this,
and that's actually a good point to give some positive light behind that. To add a disc to a disc reader or whatever in the system costs money. So it's a good idea to remove that because you're going to lower the cost of the system, and now you can competitively price your system against,
Something else.
PS4
Yeah.
or another, against their competitors basically.
That's
So
yeah,
now-
get the competitors who actually have games. So you might as well just downgrade it a bit so people could actually afford it, since you don't really have many games for the
Are
system.
you finished?
Not
Are you
really.
finished?
Just getting
Well,
started.
like you think about it, like you have Game Pass, you get somebody who gets that subscription service, they get the Xbox One S with no disc drive or whatever,
yes.
and let's say they, for shits and giggles, they sell it for $150. That's a freaking good price point.
Yeah.
I'd buy a console, even if it doesn't have many games. I would buy a console. No, I'd buy a system, current gen console.
Yeah.
At that price point, how you say no to that, man?
you know what's messed up though?
I mean,
It's not for
the,
nothing?
No, it's
the
good. I
Switch
think
is
it's a-
$300. You get $150. Half of that.
I think it's a good. No,
You know,
it's,
that's
there's
a
nothing wrong
smart-
with it.
it's a smart
smart
price.
business. I think
And
it's smart
either
business.
way, even if it's $150 and you have no interest in playing video games, I think that's $150 is cheaper than a 4K HD,
Right.
HD,
Right.
whatever.
No.
Right.
It's like HDRD. whatever.
Yeah, 4K Ultra HDR.
Right.
You know,
Now, the only thing that
Blu-ray
sucks
player.
about it is the developers are getting screwed because there's no physical media that they, at the end of the day they don't get anything from all that,
Well,
And also the pricing of
if they sell
of
their game
online
digital,
media.
if they sell their game for digital, they make money.
It depends on how much they sell it for. That's
they're
another
saving
thing
on
too.
packaging.
You don't know how they're gonna.
packaging costs money.
Right.
They need to save as much money as possible.
Well, they have the most money out of all these companies, so Still.
You know what's funny? It's like they have the most money, but they suck so bad. It's like just how you know what they need to do? They need to hire somebody who knows what the hell they're doing and knows about video games, and they'd be amazing.
I'm glad you said that because that's going to go on to our main topic.
Hey, perfect segue.
Which is the current state of Xbox.
That's right.
Segue from a piece
The
of garbage.
the current state of Xbox.
Yes. Shots fired.
Now I don't have this on my.
Down.
I actually forgot to take. I actually forgot to take notes on this. I just briefly. I watched highlights of this.
I didn't see it.
I forgot what the event was called. I totally forgot what it was. But anyway, it was basically an event that Microsoft held to highlight what they're doing and this.
X018.
That's what it was.
Mexico City.
I heard it was 15 minutes.
No, it was.
I'm joking.
Yo.
That was a
guys.
really bad joke.
I'm joking.
Anyway, that was actually 2 hours long, and a lot of people were anticipating like major announcements, but they're very, very disappointed in what they found out.
Well, this is.
And
There's some positive news out, but
there was some positive news. The gist of it was basically, and I'm just going to paraphrase here, just a summary, is that they just bought a few companies.
Yes.
A lot of information that we already know, like keyboard and mouse support with what was it, PUBG and you know a bunch of other games that we already know are coming out.
Yes.
They're just announcing it, and then Black Friday sales is one of the things that they focused on.
Black Friday bundles.
And that's pretty much it. And maybe like one or two games that we never, like new games that are coming out.
How many? One or two?
But that's it.
They acquired a bunch of studios.
they acquired a couple of studios. I'm kind of excited that they acquired Obsidian. Because they did make Knights of the Old Republic, and I was a big fan of that.
I mean, that's Kev's game. Kev loves that.
They made two. They made two. BioWare made the first one. That's how they got their name on the map. And the first was better, but the second one was great. The second one was an awesome game, and it's like, I heard they were going to make the third, but the third never came out. But Obsidian is really good. That's a good
company
for them.
Now
it's a good acquisition.
Now is as good a time as any.
No, they're buying companies, man. They're buying gaming studios.
It may not seem like it, but I want them to do well. Because when multiple companies are doing well, it ups everyone else's game. You know, like if you've got Switch doing well, PS4's like, all right, I'm going to do this. Microsoft's doing well, they're all like, all right, I'm going to do this. Competition is always the best motivator for all these companies.
Right.
Yes.
I want them to do well. And also because they're holding my company hostage, Undead Labs. And since I can't get one of my favorite games of all time on any other system besides the Xbox, shit, I'm linked to this Microsoft company forever.
And they have they have free DLC coming off of State of Decay 2.
It's already out, and I haven't had a chance to they brought in crossbows.
Yes, they brought in crossbows.
8 crossbows. I've been asking for crossbows from this game for a long time, and I didn't think they would do it. Yeah, and I didn't think they would do it because I remember they had a live stream, and they were like answering questions, and I said, "What's up with that crossbow?"
Wow.
And obviously my thing got lost in a lot of chats. I said, "Nope,
What's up with that
crossbow?" He said, we don't have it in the game right now, but maybe, perhaps in the DLC, who knows? And I'm like, you know when people say that, they just try to keep your hopes up.
Just to show you up.
Boom, out of nowhere, 8 crossbows.
From out of nowhere!
Exactly.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my God, they're doing it while I'm playing Zelda? You can't do it while I'm
No,
playing
man,
Zelda.
these developers, listen to people, man.
No, Undead Labs does listen.
The indies,
they listen. Like, they make, like, people were complaining from the first game because there was no multiplayer. They added multiplayer in the next one. So... And they had crossbows.
They listen.
While during this, it's like while the new one's been out for a while now, and they added crossbows. So it's like, God damn it.
But if you think about Xbox, though, I mean, they had a pretty crappy launch with the Xbox One, and this is like them not having games right now.
It sucks.
This is the aftermath of what is it? 4 years now they've been out. Almost 5 years now.
For such a powerful system. It's
honestly,
just,
I'm not gonna lie. That's why I waited. I was a little jaded from the Xbox 360, having to buy 4 of them. So I was like, you know what? My Xbox 360 still works.
Right.
I'm gonna wait on Halo. Right. That's what I did. I waited until Halo came out. Then I was like, all right, I gotta buy this system.
That's smart. But they had a really bad launch, and the fact that they really focused, they just had a bad focus of. Digital. Instead of games, it was, the online, always online. Yeah, that was a big deal.
That kills me, man. That kills me more than anything. I hate it. Rubs me the wrong way.
The other thing that killed it was that they were focusing on the TV. Oh, this is a multimedia TV thing. You could go.
Gives a shit.
they just focused on that, and EA with the sports and all that stuff like that. And
Yeah, they wanted multiple users for their system, but it's like, look, you're a video game company.
Right.
Give me a video game system.
Right.
You can add all that other stuff later.
And the
Yeah,
worst,
seriously.
the nail in the coffin though was the price point. They wanted to, like, they asking for, what was it, $500?
Yeah.
When it first came out, right? What was it?
Yeah, it was $500. It was no, it wasn't even $4.99. I think it was $5.99. I think. Was it $5.99?
Either way, it's
maybe
ridiculous.
it was-
Oh, that was
Yeah,
PS3. I'm sorry.
Yeah, PS3
I'm sorry.
was
$4.99. Yeah, $500.
That's
But yeah,
insane.
like and the thing is, I want an Xbox One X, but it's like
Why?
right.
Yeah, it's like, why would you have to?
I would love
great
I would love
system.
to play my games in 4K, but it's just like
You know what? I don't think it's necessary because hey, listen, I would like to play that too in 4K, but
I would like to
I don't
play
have
games.
I don't have a PS4 Pro.
Look, check it out.
I mean,
All
I
you
don't
got-
see the need to upgrade to that.
Even a Switch game, not the segue to the Switch, but when you put a Switch and you play it on a 4K TV with a high refresh rate, it looks awesome. So it's like you don't need to have a 4K compatible console.
Well, the 4K stuff is very overrated. It's very overrated, especially when you come to video games. Yes, it's very awesome to see a gorgeous game that you're playing, like me playing Zelda on the TV. Beautiful, beautiful game.
Right.
Beautiful game. Jay playing Horizon.
Right.
Beautiful game.
Yeah.
But if the game is just, hey, it looks beautiful, but it sucks, what's the point? What's the point of the game? It's a video game industry. You're competing with Nintendo.
It's funny
You're
you said
competing with Sony, and don't.
Right.
It's like this focus shouldn't be. Let's see how amazing these games look.
Right.
Let's see the graphics and how beautiful it is. Who
Right.
gives a shit?
Right.
If it doesn't play well,
Right.
At the end of the day, video game heads want gameplay, story. They want things, old school type video game. You know, all that stuff in there.
an
glad-
overall
I'm glad you-
enjoyable experience.
Yeah, they need that,
And I'm
and
glad-
Microsoft doesn't have that.
And I'm glad you said Horizon Zero Dawn,
Yeah.
because I was playing that. I remember I played a lot of it actually. I played about 10 hours. In the 10 hours that I played about, actually I'll say 7 of the 10 hours I played on a 4K TV with the HDR and all that. Beautiful, beautiful game.
Yeah.
When we switched TVs and I got it on a regular 1080p whatever TV, it still looked good. And I was like, and the rest of that I played in 1080p and it still looks freaking good.
At this point,
Like I wasn't like, oh, this is nasty. I can't play this.
Like, I will not play
At
unless
this
it's a
point
4K
in time,
TV.
at
Right.
this point in time in graphics, I could play Batman Arkham Asylum.
Right.
It still looks dope. It's
Yeah,
still
360, yes.
a good looking game. We're at
Right.
the point where it doesn't really matter.
That-
It doesn't matter anymore.
And that was
No,
720p. So it's
doesn't.
like it doesn't. Well, this is also a thing too. It's like you see how the indies have kind of come to prominence. You know, like you got Shovel Knights. You got every game looks like a Super Nintendo game.
And they
Because it's because they're giving you exactly what you want.
yeah, and they're good games though.
Shovel
Like,
Knight's
they're good.
amazing.
It's an amazing game.
Light Drifter is a great
Amazing
game.
game.
Dead Cells is awesome.
Dead Cells is a great game.
Awesome.
State of
Wizards,
Decay.
State of Decay. Wizards of Legend.
Yep.
Ugly,
Awesome game.
ugly graphics,
Yeah.
but it's amazing.
Great
It plays,
pixel graphics, but ugly. Yeah, it's like
animation's great and everything, but it plays really good.
Yeah.
It plays
It's like
really
it's an
fucking
awesome
good.
game to play as. It's like Aegis Defenders. No one really cares
That's a
as
great
long
game.
as the game looks good. It's like the
There was-
Bloodstained prequel. It's like an 8-bit game.
Even
And
to
it's-
go into even like a more extreme, there was a game called Thomas Was Alone. It's an indie game. It literally you played as a box. That was it. It was a square, and you meet other shapes, and it had a storyline, and it had a narrator, and it was one of the best platform games I played in a long time.
Really?
Yeah, it's Thomas Was Alone is the name of the game.
But that tells
y'all
you.
check it out. But
It's all
and the
about
graphics were simple. It was just
gameplay
shapes, and I was
and
like, what the hell?
Intrigue. That's the whole point of
Right.
it. Like if it looks pretty, hey, that's just an. It's
Right.
like.
It's
like-
icing on the cake.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much. That's
Yeah,
what it is. That's what
yeah.
it is. You know, I like me some icing. That's fine.
The
but like,
gameplay
I
is
want the cake though.
Right.
you know,
Right.
it's like I want the cake part.
It's like, oh, this cake is cardboard. What the
yeah,
hell?
it's like it's very important.
This icing is delicious, but why does this cake taste like
it looks pretty,
paper?
but this is cardboard. What
That's
the
why
hell?
I wish Microsoft would get with I wish they would get with Konami and just have like a revival and just
Well, they're doing good now by buying all these
In
these.
in their
these
defense,
companies.
also,
Right.
like Al said, they're
They're doing
acquiring
good.
companies, which is great.
please,
And-
please do.
and they're gonna let the companies operate
And the thing is,
the way they normally would.
Independently,
And right.
yeah, they're pretty much.
So
independent.
that's a really good thing.
but on top of that, though, it takes a long time to develop games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
So
like
They're
this is
gonna
not
take a
gonna-
hit for a while. They're gonna take a hit for a while.
Exactly. So this is not. You got to be patient, man. It's like Microsoft, they're doing their thing. They're doing good by buying these companies, and you just have to let them.
They
do
need
their
time.
thing.
They just
They
need
just
time.
gotta let them do their thing.
I'm patient.
Buy Konami. Buy them.
But I will give them this. Like Microsoft, the Xbox One, the way they dedicate resources to backwards compatibility beats every other console this generation.
That helps.
Yeah, they
That
do.
helps.
Switch is not
They do.
backwards compatible with the Wii U. PS4 is not backwards compatible with the PS3. They
That
have
helps.
their streaming thing where they just let you download games also for their
Right.
rent service. It's not the same dedication as Microsoft.
Well, if you
Well-
come out with a system like Microsoft every couple of years, you better be backwards compatible.
Well,
if you have no
yeah.
goddamn fucking games, you bet like that has to be. You have to make that happen.
Right.
You have to bring those games over because it's like if I'm going to buy a new system that does all these things, and I just bought a new system from you guys like a year or two ago, it better be.
Well,
Like,
they did
yeah,
that.
You
They
better.
they actually did that. It was actually in development for a while,
Mhm.
but they actually did that because of the backlash of their launch on the Xbox One, and they had the damage control. So they were like, "Oh shoot!" And they were actually thinking of doing that, the backwards compatibility, but they weren't gonna have that in effect for years to come. But because of the backlash, they were like, "Oh no, we can't have this. We need it now." So
I remember
that's why it was trickling down a bunch of games at a time, and it's tough to do that, man. And it's a lot of resources, a lot of money, and
it's
time to
To
get
adapt
people
your
to
game.
get to recode everything and get the games to come back. Like
Yeah.
backwards compatibility, it sounds easy, but that's not.
It's
easy.
not.
No, it's
And
definitely
it's,
not.
and it's
not.
and it's expensive, and that's why when the PS3 came out, when that launched, that's why that was so expensive because it had a whole PS2 inside the freaking console.
That's why it was so
And
big, right?
That's why it was so big, and that's why it was a freaking hog of CPU power and energy and everything.
Yeah.
Because it had two consoles basically in one, and
Right.
that's why it was so damn expensive. And that's why they learned Sony. They were like, we learned our lesson. We're not gonna. They're not even looking to do backwards compatibility. They almost went bankrupt. We're playing it safe. We're just focusing on the games and fuck backwards compatibility. If you like this game, you can buy it in our store. You know,
Yeah.
when we have it available. You know,
Yeah.
they have a lot of games on there, but not as much as Microsoft.
If these systems can figure out a way to make their back catalog, like, and Nintendo's doing it with Nintendo Online. I actually went on,
Well,
I
that-
paid for that. And
that's
it's
how
like,
they're gonna do it.
It's pretty cool. It's like you download the Nintendo system is an app on your freaking Switch, you know, and you don't have to stream it. I thought it was a stream service. It's not. You download it.
Download it.
And you play a suite of like 25 games, and they keep adding to it. And if that's the future, that's pretty freaking cool.
Well, that's
you know?
Game Pass.
It's
for
like-
Microsoft.
That's the same thing.
It's the Game
It's the same thing they do that. So it's
Yeah.
just like they keep at that. They keep adding games to it, and I think they'll be all right. I think that's the Game Pass and Nintendo Switch Online. Those are the future.
But it's essentially the only thing missing. My gripe with online, not online, digital media. My gripe with it is
You can't resell it.
you can resell it. That's one of them. But the bigger one for me is the fact that, damn, I lost my train of thought now. What can't you do with the digital media? What can't you do with
You
digital
can't
media?
resell it. You can't lend it.
Can't take it to a friend's house and play.
No. Damn it! I just had it in my
You
head.
can't eat it.
You
You
can't
can't
hold
eat it. That's right. That's it. You can't eat it. No.
You can't
It
hold it in
doesn't
your
taste
hands.
No. I literally just had it and it just went, it flew away. Damn.
Oh, well.
That's why I don't buy digital.
No,
when it comes
digital.
to
Oh,
like the
that's
regular
it.
ones.
I love digital.
That's it. You can't return it. There's no return policy. Nothing functional that's actually works.
You can't upload it back to the.
No, but you know
Take
what though?
Take this back. You hit the button. The shit uploads
Yeah.
back.
However, Steam, which is a big company that's like one of the biggest distributors for PC gaming, has a great return policy for their streaming games and downloadable games.
Really?
Yes, they have one of the best, which is 14 days. If you played the game for 2 hours or less, if you're not satisfied, you could. I don't like the color of the fucking the splash screen, the beginning of the game. You can return it, no questions asked. You get your money back
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's
within
cool.
14 days.
But you know what the thing is? I find it very easy nowadays. Like before I buy a game, I can go online on YouTube, check out how the game plays, like just like how it is, like you know,
but
like certain things that like, for example,
Yeah.
perfect example,
yeah.
Sticks picked up Zelda. You know, he, I knew this before because I was thinking of picking up Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and I'm like, I saw tons of videos, and if no one's played it yet, the weapons you get, they break. He wasn't a fan of that after he spent his $60-something on the game, and I'm like, you didn't know that? And
I knew that.
I knew that, and I'm not even a Zelda head.
Right.
Before I pick up a game, I always look online to see how certain things are in the game.
Yeah.
Not everybody does that, but I do that, and it's just like, all right, I know what I'm getting into. I can mess with this, but he ended up returning it because of that one factor that he hated so much, and also he went on the wrong part of the map.
Well, he got a day. He got a day one.
Yeah,
That's the thing. Like people that pre-order. That's why I don't like pre-orders.
Yeah.
That's why it's best to just wait and see. But
and do your research too. If you're gonna do a pre-order, do your research.
Sometimes though, sometimes, and it does happen. Sometimes even if you do your research, even if you ask around, you're your own person. So only you like certain things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes the only way you really know, even if you know what the heck everything is by playing it.
Yeah.
No,
there's some things that you can't find online. Yeah,
I'm not a Smash Brothers gamer at all, right? I tried to get into it.
Neither are these guys.
I tried. No, just to give an example, like I tried to get into it. I actually bought the Smash Brothers for the 3DS. I bought that version. Couldn't get into it, man.
Wow.
I could not get. I tried. I really tried to get into it, and I couldn't get into it. And I'm like, damn, and I got it digitally, of course. So
you ain't return that.
So
stuck with that forever.
I'm like, if that had a return policy or something in place where, you know what I mean? Like, shoot, you know what? This game, I really haven't played more than 2 hours of the freaking thing. I tried, but it really isn't for me. I had to try it out myself to know if that was good. Yeah. If they had something in place, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like a rental, hey, if you could rent the game, you pay money, you rent the game. If you don't like it, whatever, then you get, you know what I'm saying?
You
get
something
your money
like
back.
that.
Yeah, it's true.
Some sort of a cushion.
Like a time limit,
like they have with Steam.
Yeah.
Like you get 10 days.
Something
you
like
pay
that.
a little bit, get 10
Something
days,
like that.
and if you like it, you buy it.
Yeah.
I want
like
them
that.
to have also a borrowing thing. Like, if you let a friend
Sony.
borrow a game, it'll block your access from the game for a
Right.
certain amount of days until the other person.
PlayStation has that.
That's awesome.
PlayStation has that. It's I actually used it one time. I had a coworker of mine. It was weird, man. Like he got access to my system or whatever because I lent him a game.
Yeah.
I forgot what the fuck game it was. But anyway, he wanted to try out a game, and I was like, "Oh, I got it." And he's like, "Oh, really? Oh." He's like, "Oh, you got that pass? You can lend it to him for an hour,
Yeah.
and they can play the game just to try it out.
Yeah.
And then then you get access back. But it was cool because you could see,
But
could
that's
see him
only
like switching the
digitally, right?
he got into my thing or whatever. You go into the friend or whatever. You gets into my system, and you could see him like choosing the game, like with the control. Yeah, it was weird. It's fucking weird. Like you could play any game in my library, and it was cool. I could see him going in there playing the game.
Wow.
But it was cool. Like he liked the game. He ended up buying it, and that's pretty cool. Like to lend a game for somebody.
Yeah, I was like, that's.
Granted, it was only an hour, so
Right.
like after an hour it was up. Like I have to give him permission again.
You should be able to set a date. You should be able to set a date when a person borrow it. They give because you'd be like, all right, give me my game back. It's been a month.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that would be cool. Sony, everybody, Microsoft, take some notes.
Yeah, back to this Xbox talk.
Do you guys have hopes for Xbox?
Yeah. What's
Of course, like I remain faithful to that system because they have like two of my favorite series on there. Like I love Gears of War. I love Halo.
Right.
As you can see.
No, we played Gears of War 4, and it was awesome. I'm anticipating Gears of War 5. I know that's going to be great.
And we still haven't done a horde mode in Gears of War 4.
No, we haven't done it yet.
What are we waiting for?
Yeah, we got to get that going.
That's the only one I haven't played is 4.
Four's good. Four's good.
It's the only one I
next
played
time
them all.
we'll do it next time. Next time I come over, how many people can you put online? Can you put like 2 people from one Xbox online to play with 2 more people? I think you can, right? If you can, then that would be awesome because I don't have an Xbox at home, but there's an Xbox here.
Yeah, and what were you going to say?
I think Gears of War has hit its limit of things. It needs to like have a drastic change in the game to
Probably. I mean,
rebrand?
Gears of War 5.
Like I hate to say it because
reboot.
I'm not really a reboot, but I think it's more they need to start do what kind of Zelda did. They need to start adding open world elements into it. And have you like drive around to different like spots and pick up guns,
Being
and,
like a mercenary,
take out strongholds of where like the enemies are and stuff like that. I think they would benefit from that because I think as good as 4 was, that I enjoy almost all third-person shooters. I love third-person shooters. I had a good time with it, but I think it's reached that level of where, all right, if you're gonna have a what was that, part 4? If you're gonna have a part 5, it has to have a drastic change. Keep the same kind of type gunfights, but it has to be kind of you have to broaden it out a bit, where you could travel to different areas and stuff like that. I think they would benefit from that a lot, because it's starting to get to that point where it's like, all right, it feels like the third one.
They jumped the shark.
Yeah, it's like which is, it's a good game.
Right.
It's a very good game, but it's just like, all right.
All good things have to end, though, man.
Yeah, you gotta. It's either evolve.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's either evolve or end the series.
Right.
So
like,
I think it should evolve, because I do like the series.
It's like the iPhone, man. What the hell else can you add to the damn thing, man?
How about some more memory?
Come on.
Yeah, 6 years.
That's just your phone.
Okay,
man.
that's your
That's
phone.
just your phone.
Everyone else is chilling. Everyone else is chilling. You sitting there with your phone.
Seriously, though.
But I'm optimistic about Xbox.
I mean, as long as they have money, as long as they have money and they want to compete,
I think the next generation, they'll be better off. I think they're going to have a better launch the next generation. I think the moves that they're making from this Mexico City event was positive.
I don't think they can be
charm.
worse. I don't think they can be worse than they are now, because I can't really think of 3 games I want to play on that system. I could think of 1.
Well, I've been reading this rumor about Microsoft and their next-gen console is that they're not looking to do a console. They're actually looking to make like a streaming service. Because if you think about it, that's actually the smartest way.
They want people to play Xbox on their phone, like
everything on everything on your phone, your TV,
Netflix.
Yeah. They want to be like a Netflix. Like you'll download it in the hard drive, and you can just get a controller and you can play it on anywhere.
You'll put the Switch type stuff on the side of your phone,
but
and play it on the TV.
If you think about it,
I'm not playing Halo 6 on my phone.
If you think about it,
it's not happening.
Charlie, if you think about it, you can play
portability.
You can play any Xbox One game on the PC. You can take the game physically, put it in your PC, and play it, and it works on any PC. So, I mean, they're heading in that direction. I mean, they're coming out. They have an Xbox that's without a disk drive. Like
they're trying to get you ready.
It seems like. I mean, they haven't confirmed it.
They're testing the waters. That's what they're doing.
And that's a lot of rumors. That's just a lot of rumors and speculation. But I see it heading in that direction.
Makes sense. It's a good business move.
It does make sense.
I will have my final opinion on Microsoft when they announce State of Decay 3, and I find out what's going on with that game. If they're like, oh, we're just doing this mass multiplayer online thing, I'd be like, fuck you. I'm done with you. It's over.
You know, it'd be crazy.
I'm done with Microsoft.
What if like they had the rights to State of Decay, and it was like timed. So they're like
time.
So then it would be like like multi-platform. Like everything would have. Like,
I will go to their office.
The Switch would have it. It would be on the Switch. It would be on like everything.
But this is the way. This is the way. To win me over. Is if they like announce like a Walking Dead pack for State of Decay. Then I'm pro Microsoft.
So you're gonna wear a Microsoft Xbox shirt?
If they come out with anything from The Walking Dead, from any character in that game that makes it to State of Decay, I will wear a Microsoft shirt on this podcast.
Wow.
Wait for Battletoads, though. Battletoads is going to revive Microsoft. It's going to happen.
They haven't done anything with Rare, man.
I want to
3 players. 3 players.
It's been very rare for Rare to come
Shut
out.
the hell up.
Oh, God.
Very rare.
But anyways, I just wanted to add this little tidbit because I could swear I read it somewhere.
Steak tidbits.
What's up?
What is wrong?
Just
sorry.
Just talk.
Stop.
No. Remember how we were talking about how Call of Duty with no campaign, will it affect the sales?
Yeah.
I heard in October, Call of Duty outsold Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
So
I mentioned that on one of the podcasts. I said that. Actually, no. I think it was a group chat. I'm sorry. I didn't mention it on the podcast. It was. I was
like, damn, you just.
I'm sorry. At least I don't think I did.
Just killed my vibe.
I'm sorry.
Trying to take credit.
No. I don't.
Trying to take credit.
I'm not exactly sure. If you guys leave it in the comments, if I did mention this, because I think there was news that when they did release the Call of Duty game that with no campaign, online only, it was the highest selling Call of Duty, and I was like, that's sad, man.
It outsold Red Dead.
Yeah.
So it's like
that's sad, man.
Wow.
If they
so now
head
it can
in that
be.
direction.
They're seeing it can be done.
Wow.
Now they might just go full steam with it. You know what I mean?
I have a bad feeling in my gut.
Me too.
Right.
That State of Decay is going to head in this direction.
So I'll tell you right now, if Halo heads in that direction, I'm not gonna be happy.
Well, think about.
I'll probably still buy it.
You'll buy it.
Yeah, but Grand Theft Auto Online is making more money than Rockstar could even count.
Yeah.
And that's the online.
Yeah.
So, like, if they announce the next freaking GTA 6 only online, I'm gonna jump out a window, man.
I feel like I feel like GTA at this point,
God.
like with the amount of DLC they released, it should be like GTA 7.
Yeah.
Because
No,
they
it
released so much DLC with that game, and it's been alive for how many years?
And you know what else? You know what else?
Last generation.
Here's a crazy thing about GTA 5. It's not on the Switch. It's not on the Switch yet. What the fuck?
Save it for
What
Ram.
the fuck?
Why are you yelling?
Sorry.
Save
Sorry,
it for Ram.
I will. I'll save it for Ram.
That was built up. That was,
Or else, like I have.
we gotta cool him off a little bit.
All right.
Get this man a glass of
Anybody,
water.
anybody got some water? Here's some-
Hey, get him a glass of water.
They need to have that shit on. It just doesn't make any sense why it's not on the fucking Switch.
Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
But we'll
What
have
the
to
fuck,
save
Ross?
that for a rant.
But anyway,
But that is the state of Xbox.
that is.
Yeah, man.
That is the
I
state of Xbox.
still got my hopes up, of course, because until I can find Halo on another system, if I can find Gears of War on another system, then Microsoft got me.
Well, they're definitely dedicated to games for the long haul.
Yeah.
This is not just a venture for Microsoft anymore. This is a dedicated area that they want to conquer. They can't penetrate Japan. I don't know what the problem is with Japan, but maybe, Europe and the rest of the world, they got a shot.
He said penetrate.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice of words.
Yeah.
All right.
Pause.
And there you have it. Thank you for checking out, listening, and/or watching the Level 857 Video Game Podcast. Be sure to subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher.com, Podcast.com. If you have a smartphone, look at your podcaster app. Just put Level 857 in. There we are.
Find us.
Follow us on all of our social media.
That's right.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube.
And also check out our My Take series every Saturday at noon.
Yes.
And you can find us at your mama's house.
No, there's a bar that's named Your Mama's House.
Wait, what?
Follow us at your mama's
It's a new game coming out.
Mama's house.
No, there's a bar in Queens called Your Mama's House. So
Yeah.
we're not offending anyone. Calm down.
Yes. And speaking of YouTube, we're going to see you guys again real soon.
Yes.
Around 12 o'clock noon.
That's
Yeah,
right.
buddy.
Like
Once
the
again, a
vid.
happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Happy
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. Leave a comment. Thumbs up.
Show
like
some
the
love.
vid. Let us know what you think.
We're done. We've been done for after you said happy Thanksgiving, I went click.
Damn, you kind of mad. Damn, you kind of mad early. Cut it.